Again, they'll go from the 40.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
A handoff to Mixon. About 3 yards there to the 27. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And before Baltimore takes their first snap on this next drive, I'm just looking at their schedule coming up. At Atlanta, then at Kansas City. So if you're thinking about their playoff chances, they're 6-5 right now. It's going to be a tough schedule up ahead.
It certainly is because they're at Atlanta, Kansas City, right? So here's the deal. Everyone knows Atlanta's probably out of the playoff chase, but that's a prideful organization, and they will play very well, and you'll have a lot to deal with on the road in Atlanta. And then at Kansas City, Kansas City's got to keep winning to try and stay ahead of the Chargers in the race in the AFC West. So there should be no letdown there. So you're exactly right. Tough games coming up, but with their defense, and I would expect Lamar Jackson to continue as their quarterback, they're going to like their chances.
Yeah, and worth noting that if the season ended today, Baltimore would have the number 6 seed. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Taken in at the 22. And a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati football here in just a second. Things, unfortunately, though, for the Bengals going in the wrong direction right now. 3 straight losses after that 5-3 start. And Andy Dalton left the game versus Cleveland last week. A.J. Green's been out, so some problems in Cincinnati.
Yeah, and I think possibly Well, maybe it's not possibly. The way their record shows now, they were overachieving early on. I thought they might be an improved team coming out of preseason, and I was correct about that. But they haven't been able to hold on to it. You know, that defensive line that I thought would be so strong, they've struggled. Defense has given up a ton of yards and a ton of points, led to the dismissal of their defensive coordinator and head coach Marvin Lewis taking over the defense. But that has not led to any wins since then. So this Cincinnati team struggling like crazy, and you already mentioned it, Andy Dalton hurt his thumb, and he is their quarterback.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue, 90.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Now let's go.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for a loss on the play. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Here's Jackson to throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle from 4 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this 1st half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Detroit!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jones. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Brown, 44 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out,
Well, CD, looking back to Thanksgiving. The top, the NFC East.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played in that division. And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans. And how strong and how hot are the Saints?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Gone!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a 3-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone!
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Spins past it. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
They'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And the return man, Chris Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Here's a first down run with Collins. Oh, he's got a little dip. There goes Alex Collins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, 38 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Back to throw here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong, and I love the imagination that you see and how they play.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw now on first down. Going deep downfield for and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the speed.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They'll try and throw for it here. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Michael Johnson able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking deep for Crab. That's caught at the 25. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 54 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air to mix it on the check down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 48 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Well, that incompletion has me thinking, Phillip Rivers last week, I know you saw this. You were working, but he only threw one of those that we just saw. One incompletion the entire game. His first 25 passes were complete.
It was so much fun because I actually saw a highlight,
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jordan Willis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll give it to him up the middle. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground. Pretty much stoned him on that play and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop him from the 1 back to the 2. They get it to him running left, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It may have took the field goal. It almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that's incomplete. Switching gears for a second to look at the NFL slate. The bye weeks are now over, Charles. And if you had to pinpoint a couple of teams that are surprising you right now with where they're at, who would that be?
Well, I didn't think Washington would be in first place this late in the year, and they're still hanging in there. But 2 teams that really jumped out at me. How about the run the Indianapolis Colts are on right now? And how well
Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Detroit!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. His throw caught, and about the foul. And a loose football, and the Bengals have recovered it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What a big run there to get out from the shadow of their own end zone. The defense is probably thinking, hey, let's pin him deep. Not the case.
You're exactly right. When I played, we used to have a defensive coordinator in these situations who would call the defense and tag onto it, get a safety, push them back. And sometimes you overcommit on defense, and it worked against them in this play. Offense worked it out very, very well.
Now back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Jackson back into his end zone. Out to his left. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw from his end zone. Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 18 yards. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Terrell Suggs. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
And he's going to go down again. Terrell Suggs in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. Drops it underneath for Collins. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make the play on the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Pass!
They'll look to throw here. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Gun, gun!
He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get
Here we go
sacked.
now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun!
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Now the ball comes loose, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like it.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Charles, we saw a lot of points. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt.
Victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
I know advance.
Pericles. It's on earth, but it's where I be.
Money over my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already there. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason looked out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Shoes, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already there. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already there. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You a shook one, breeze and know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for money, strictly for money. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
Thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet them a bite, now lace in the beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. And in that bag is I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, now the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild life. Yeah, we was on roll like tires. Where we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm